to Halden. Halden drives all the way down, shot up, missed it. Rebound, Will Humphreys, and he will be, I thought, fouled. Not, yeah, he was fouled. You can tell by Will's reaction he was fouled, but it goes off of a Rebel out of bounds. He tipped the ball, but I think he tipped Will a little bit too. Only 2 team fouls called on the Rebels here in the second half. Gate City was 6. Hubbard right side with it. Gets it trying to get to McMurray, almost stolen away. McMurray comes up with it, gets it to Eastep. Eastep back to McMurray. McMurray swing it over here, Hubbard at the center circle. Hubbard guarded out on the floor by Ashworth, gets it to McMurray. McMurray drives down, shot up, no good. Rebound pulled out of there, Bedingfield. So Bedingfield has it, South trails. Here's Conaway driving for the layup, good.
Nobody picked him up on the baseline.
Oh, little breakdown there. Gate City has it in front court, leading by 5. Ball will go out of bounds off of Gate City, off another turnover. And it'll belong to the Rebels. Bateman in for the Blue Devils, also Clark. It's Bateman, Clark, McMurray, Will Hubbard, Will Humphreys. 45-40, Gate City leads, 4:30 to go. Conaway has it. Gets it left side, that's Ashworth. Ashworth looks, gets it back to Conaway. He's guarded by Bateman. Conaway behind the back dribble, drives down, his shot off the glass, good. Conaway with another bucket, off the penetration, 45-42. Rebels right back in it. Clark for Gate City has it, spins, shoots from in front, no good. Rebound, Clark had a hand on it, coming out of there with it. Bedingfield. Bedingfield runs, gets it to Conkin. The ball goes off Conkin's foot to Will Hubbard. And we're going to have a hold called on, is that Meade? 42, no, 44. Ashworth picks up his third, only the team's third. So the Blue Devils with 3:55 to go lead 45-42. They have the basketball. Nate Clark for Gate City has it. Clark gets it to McMurray. Now over to Humphreys. Back to Hubbard. Hubbard to Clark. Clark out front to McMurray. Launches a 3, shot long, no good. Tip pulled out of there, Conkin. Conkin for the Rebels. They trail by 3 with the ball, 3:20 to go. Conaway has it. Here's the ball stolen away by Nate Clark. Clark leaves it off for Bateman. Bateman double dribbles.
Thought about trying to get it back, it appeared, to Clark, and just didn't have an opening, and we ended up turning it over.
Nate came up with a good steal, but we couldn't convert it. So Conaway gets it right side, that's Ashworth. Ashworth, Halder post up, he's guarded by Humphreys, gets it out front, Bedingfield for the tying 3, good. Bedingfield for 3, and we're tied at 45. Gate City led by 14 here in the second half. It's tied now. McMurray with it for Gate City, behind the back dribble. Now drives down the lane, lays it back to Hubbard. Hubbard gets it over to Humphreys. Back to McMurray. Now over to Clark. Clark for the Blue Devils. Tie game, 2.5 to go. Now Clark backs it back out. Gets it over to Humphreys. Over to Bateman. Bateman has it. He drives all the way down. Lays it off for Humphreys. His shot off the glass. Good. Will Humphreys. Good penetration there by Bateman. Quickly the other way. Here comes Conkin. Somebody pick him up. That's McMurray does. Throws it away. Bateman will have a breakaway. Well, it maybe he won't. Bateman drives all the way. The whole shot up. No good. Nate Clark will have the easy putback, though. Nate Clark with the putback. Good play by Bateman. Gate City leads by 4. 1:55 to go. Here's Bedingfield. Gets it over to Conaway. Conaway drives and loses possession of the ball. It goes out of bounds. Conaway went for the shot and it rolled off his fingers. We got a timeout on the floor at Sullivan South. Gate City leads 49-40. Back at South, 1:50 to go. 49-45, Gate City leads. South with only 3 team fouls, so they can really overplay the ball here, trying to come up with a turnover. But with only 3 team fouls, they will have to foul here eventually. Hubbard has it, gets it back to Humphreys. This is where only having 3 can be a detriment. Humphreys was standing out of bounds when he caught the pass. Golly. That is a bad turnover. Well, any turnover is bad, but that was really bad because it was
wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, it was not forced. So Conaway for the Rebels. Has it across the timeline. Big possession here for South. Haldren has it, gets it over to Conaway. Conaway has it. Now out on top, Bedingfield open for the 3. Shot short. Bedingfield gets the rebound. Shot up, no good. He'll be fouled. That's a pretty good foul by Bateman, as he was going to have the easy bucket.
Yeah, the bucket went in, but it won't count.
Bateman will pick up his 3rd, and that'll be a 1-and-1 for Bedingfield.
With 1:11 to play, Gate City on top 49-45. Girls game won by Gate City 50-47. Free throw is good.
So Bedingfield makes it 49-46. 1 possession game, 1:11 to go. Bedingfield second, good. So Gate City will have it, leading by 2, 65 seconds to go in regulation. Clark for Gate City gets it out front to Humphreys, now to McMurray. McMurray over to Bateman. Bateman has it left side, and he'll be fouled by Brad Conkin. Foul on Conkin's number 2, only the team's 4th. 59 seconds to go.
I remember Logan making 2 free throws tonight. Is that it?
Actually, he's made 3 out of 3. But no shots on this one as Bateman checks out. Scott in. Scott has it for Gate City. Along the baseline, here comes the triple team on McMurray for the Blue Devils. Has it over to Clark. 50 seconds. Clark gets it to McMurray, and he's fouled by Conkin. Conkin picks up his 3rd, only the team's 5th. Still 2 more before they give up the 1-and-1. 48 seconds to go. Gate City leading by 2. Timeout. Gate City. We'll be back to wrap it up after this. 48 seconds to go here in regulation. Gate City leads 49-47. They'll have the basketball.
5 team fouls on the Rebels.
Into the lineup for the Rebels is Evan Tolley replacing Conkin. So Gate City on the inbounds. First has to get it in, and they do, to Drew Scott. Scott has it, and the ball on the floor. Ball stolen away, and timeout will be asked for by South. 49-47. South has the basketball. Timeout. We'll be back. Seconds to go in regulation. Gate City leads 49-47. South will have the basketball off the turnover and the timeout. Conaway on the inbounds gets it. He's guarded out there by Bateman. It's Bateman, Humphreys. That's Will Humphreys, Will Hubbard, McMurray, and Clark on the floor for Gate City. Haldren has it. 5-second count on. Barely gets it to Conaway in time. Conaway gets it off to Conkin. Conkin lobs it over here. Bedingfield. Bedingfield is fouled by Nate Clark.
Nate reached around, tried to knock the ball away. He did, but committed the foul.
Foul on Nate's his 4th, and that'll be a 1-and-1 for Bedingfield. Bedingfield, free throw up, no good. Rebound Logan Bateman for the Blue Devils. Bateman has it, gets it over to Nate Clark. Nate has it, 20 seconds to go. They head to McMurray. Gate City will have the run out. No, they won't. McMurray smartly just backs it out. Clark will be grabbed and fouled. That's only the 16th foul, so Gate City still got to execute an inbound. Conkin picks up his 4th. So Gate City now, again, has to get the basketball inbounds. They struggled to do that the last time, turned the ball over. Into the lineup, Tolley replacing Conkin. Hubbard will trigger it in. Can't get it in, still can't get it in, throws it away. Coming out there with it, Bedingfield, and he'll be fouled by Logan Bateman. Just can't execute the inbounds, and Conaway steals it. Bedingfield to go back to the line. He'll be shooting 1-and-1. So Bedingfield back to the line shooting 1-and-1. Free throw Bedingfield up, and good. so he'll have one to tie. 12.2 seconds to go. 49-48, Gate City leads. Bedingfield second, good. We're tied at 49. Gate City win it or go to overtime right here. Here's Clark with it. Clark drives all the way down. He steps out of bounds. So now South with a chance to win with 6 seconds to go. And if the Blue Devils lose this one, unforced turnovers in the last minute. Here's Haldren, gets it into Bedingfield, don't foul. Here's Bedingfield. Bedingfield drives down, shot up, good, ball game over. Sullivan South wins 51-49. Sullivan South defeats the Gate City Blue Devils as the Blue Devils let Bedingfield drive the length of the floor for the running 3-foot jumper that goes in at the buzzer. 51-49 the final. We'll be back to wrap it up after these messages.
From behind to defeat the Gate City Blue Devils here, 51-49. Gate City led 49-45, 150 to play, but killed themselves.
Yes, tonight we turned the ball over in that last minute and a half. A couple of those unforced, just but that's the way it goes sometimes. Game that the Blue Devils really nip and tuck all the way. Gate City able on Jesse McMurray's 3 straight threes. Start the second half, got a 14-point lead. They outscored them 13-0 to start the third quarter, and things look pretty good for the Blue Devils. But South held their composure and got back in it, got it tied, and the Blue Devils, had a chance with a 4-point lead, but couldn't hold on to it tonight. And Bedingfield drives the length of the floor for the bucket as the buzzer goes, and the Devils come up short. Take a look at scoring for Sullivan South. Ben Conaway had 3 field goals, 1 of 2 from the line, 7 points. Mitch Bedingfield had a 3-point field goal, 2 twos, 4 of 5 from the line, 11 points, including the game winner. Evan Tolley, a field goal, 2 points. Brad Conkin, 3 field goals, 5 of 7 from the line, 11 points. Bo Haldren, 2 field goals, 1 of 1 from the line, 5. Timmy Joe Meade, 5 field goals, 1 of 1 from the line, 11. Levi Ashworth, a field goal, 2 points. For the Blue Devils, Zach Jones, 2 field goals, 1 of 2 from the line, 5 points. Will Hubbard, 1 of 2 from the line, 1 point. Logan Bateman, a field goal, 3 of 3 from the line, 5 points. Jesse McMurray, 4 3-point field goals for 12. Nate Clark, 4 field goals, 2 of 2 from the line, 10 points. Luke Humphreys, Drew Scott, Marquis Stepp, each with 1 field goal for 2 points. Derek Smith, a 3-point field goal, and Will Humphreys, 2 field goals, 3 of 4 from the line, 7 points. South outscored Gate City 16-11 in the first quarter. The Devils outscored South 15-9 in the second quarter and led to half 26-25. Gate City extended their lead to 39-25 early in the third quarter and outscored South 17-11 to lead 43-36 at the end of 3. But the fourth quarter, the Blue Devils come up with only 6 fourth quarter points, being outscored by South 15-6. And the Rebels win here in Kingsport 51-49.
So 2 big games coming up next week for the Blue Devils?
Well, really 3 games, 2 real big ones.
The DB sandwiched in between Burton and Powell Valley.
And don't kid yourself, DB's a big game too. But Norton is, if Gate City wins Tuesday night, they wrap up the Lonesome Pine District regular season title. They'd have a 2-game lead over Norton, and with 1 to play, it'd be hard to lose that. So, so let's put all our eggs in the basket, defeat Norton Tuesday night, get the LPD title, automatic berth into the region, and let the next couple of weeks play out as it may.
That's right.
Let's go home.
6 o'clock, first game Tuesday night. Hope to see you there. For Mark Peters, this is Mike Long. Good night.